Hi everyone, welcome to the 𝗙𝗂𝗿 𝗙𝗶𝗿𝗺 channel. I'm your host, Melissa O'Connor. Today I wanted to talk to you about a client that had to come in, and essentially her question was, how do I avoid probate? She had recently experienced the loss of a loved one and had to go through the probate process for that loved one because that person had failed to plan in advance, and her experience of the probate process was not pleasant, and her goal was, I don't want my family to have to go through that, and so how do I avoid probate? And so I was able to walk her through various mechanisms and ways that we could avoid probate. But one of the things that's important for folks to understand is everybody's family and needs are different. Everybody has different assets, you own different property, you have different bank accounts, you have different retirement funds set up, you may have collections of some sort, and so really everybody's needs and the way that each individual avoids probate is unique and different. Yeah, we have tools, but like how we implement those tools, to be able, we customize them for everybody's needs. There's no real cookie cutter way that to use. I mean, ideally, you would want to use the most efficient plan and the most cost-effective plan to avoid probate possible. So for some people, avoiding probate may just mean a trip to the bank and to make sure that the bank has all of their accounts listed with a pay-on-death beneficiary, so that way they could avoid having to have those bank accounts be subject to probate. That might be the only asset in that would need to be handled. Other people may benefit from a trust, and because they might own several vehicles, they may own several homes, they may have different investment accounts, and they may have different heirs that they want to leave their legacy to differently. For instance, if one of their loved ones has special needs, they want to make sure that that person has that when they get the inheritance from their passing, that it doesn't affect any sort of benefits and assistance that that person with special needs has in place. So there's all different types of mechanisms and planning that could go in why one would need a trust. Other people don't need trusts. Some people, their only asset is their family home, and they may benefit from an enhanced life estate as their mechanism to avoid probate, because they no longer drive, and the only other things is the contents of their home, which they already intend to gift that to whoever they made those gifts to, whoever they intended to, and the rest they think is just going to be donated to charity, which don't necessarily need to open a probate to be able to offload an old couch to the Salvation Army. So essentially, how you avoid probate is different for each person, and your ways of going about it will be different, but there's plenty of different tools. And so if that is something that you are interested in, I encourage you to reach out to a Florida elder law attorney and to discuss a plan, how you would make sure that your heirs don't have to deal with probate after your passing. If this content is helpful or meaningful to you, I ask that you like and share with others, and I thank you for joining me.